Om Shanti. Let us spend a few minutes in reflecting our daily activities once again. Just go through your normal day. Being detached and very, very non-judgmental. Just notice what time do I get up usually? How much time do I need to actually get up? Then what do I do? Then what follows? What next? Just walk through your day. Each and every activity. And your relationship with time while you do the activity. What do you do in your free time? Are you aware about how time is passing by when you are doing your leisure activities? Notice each and everything, your thoughts, your feelings, now today I have a chance to design my day. Let me take this chance. You can gently open your eyes when you're comfortable. And let us utilize this time to design your day, because each and every day contributes and makes up my life. So if I'm able to design my day, I'm able to design my life. So you all have an A4 sheet of paper and a pen, right? Now what we will do is, we'll do a workshop. It's a reflective workshop, right? You can share your learnings and feelings later, but right now it is a reflective workshop. So we have to be very honest with ourselves while we do this. That is rule number 1, right? Rule number 2 is, be as descriptive as you can. It's like you're doing your micromanagement. जैसे हम लोगों की करते ना, I'm doing my own micromanagement now. Now what do I have to do is, you have to draw, first you can listen and then you can actually start doing it. We have to draw a big circle. So a circle as big as you can, just draw, you will draw it in the paper, and this circle will be the clock. Now usually a clock has 12 hours and it repeats twice to make the whole day. But this clock will be a clock of 24 hours. So instead of 12 hours, you have to draw 24 hours in this clock. And then what we have done right now, the reflection, you will actually draw it on the paper. So what time do you get up? For example, What is the usual time you get up? 5. Okay. It might be 6 for you, 7 for you, 4 for somebody, whatever is your time. So just mark that hour as wake up. But how much time do you actually take to get up from the bed? Now waking up is a matter of seconds, alarm baja and then you just wake up, or maybe you take a minute to just come to your senses, be aware of the room, and yes, and then you get up from the bed. But instead of that 1 minute, you might be thinking 2 minutes more, 2 minutes twisting and turning, and then you might be, for that 1 minute of work, you may be taking 5 minutes. So then draw 6, 5, for example, it is 6, if you mark 6, and then 6, 5, actually you get up. And then what do you do next? You go to the bathroom to brush. Now, brushing your teeth is another matter of 1 minute or 2 minutes, but you are just looking into the mirror, thinking about brushing or not brushing, and then you finally spend 3 minutes. Right? So, for each and every activity, as minute as you can, draw how much time you take to complete this activity after this activity after this, how much time actually you are using, and what are you feeling. If you are spending more time than required, what are your feelings? Write that feeling outside the clock or maybe inside, it is up to you, right? So we have to now work on our day, and first, before designing, we have to draw our usual day on a sheet of paper, activity by activity, feeling by feeling. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Right? Anybody has any questions about what to do, how to do? It's all clear? So, no, one clock, 24-hour clock with 24 hours. Our usual clock has 12 hours. We will have 24 hours in our clock. Current activities, any normal day. Some days might be exception, leave those days, but any normal day, how your day goes. Okay. So maybe we'll have 20 minutes for this activity, and then we'll move towards the next step. If you have any issues, you can just raise your hand, I'll come to you to resolve it. Okay, do we have pens? Extra pens? Yes, yes. Break down your activities as much as you can. For example, you are the one who prepares the breakfast and then you eat the breakfast. So then calculate the time of preparation separately, time of eating separately. Don't just write breakfast 8 to 8:30 or 8 to 9. Cooking time, preparation time, eating time. Bifurcate your activities as much as you can. So how many of you are still doing it? Those who are still doing, can you raise your hands? Still doing? Okay, so most of you have done. So those who are doing can continue doing it. And those who have finished drawing your day, now you can mark those activities. Identify those activities that are taking more time than required. And make a plan. If you can reduce the time you spend, what can you do to save time? Because it's not that we don't have time. We have time during the day, but this is where it's getting wasted. Now you can see where your time is being wasted. Where are you spending more time than required? So identify those areas where it is easy for you to save time, and make a plan. How can you do it? And second point, if it is taking time, there must be a feeling associated with it. And most probably it will be a negative feeling. Disinterest, boredom, whatever, fear. So also identify a feeling that is actually causing more time. How to work on the feelings? That we can do through meditation. But make a plan how, where and how can you now extract time during your day, where you can easily create more time. Maybe we can have 10 minutes for this. Meditation. Yes. 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 Meditation actually doesn't need a separate time. So whatever you are doing, you can integrate. We'll talk about it after this. So as of now, you just identify areas where you find yourself wasting time. And how can you reduce the time that you are wasting in those areas? Make a plan. And if there is a negative feeling associated with that work, due to which the time is being wasted, try to write that feeling also. Are we done? Do we need more time? Anybody wants more time? Okay. So were we able to find out our time wasters? Yes. So it is, keep this with you. Maybe going back home, if you can refine it in your own way, in a better way, with more resources, maybe do it for yourself, because this gives you a clear picture. Everybody has time. It's not that we don't have time. Everybody has 24 hours. Somebody, is managing the whole universe in 24 hours. Somebody manages a country. Somebody manages an organization. Somebody manages a family. And somebody manages a self. And somebody is even poor in doing that. So everybody has 24 hours. Time was never less, neither more. It was always 24 hours for all of us. We were able to do much more sometimes, and now we see ourselves that activities are reducing. Maybe for everything we have gadgets, for everything we have conveyance, for everything we have convenience. Still we are falling short of time. There is so much of division of roles in organizations. Still we don't have time. So if we don't have time, where am I wasting time? We've seen that. Now, say for example, something unplanned comes during your day. Each day will not be like what you have drawn. This is a normal casual day. But every day something unplanned will come. Now you have to fit in that unplanned activity somewhere in these 24 hours. If you know where is my, because we don't waste time in hours, we waste time in minutes, we waste time in seconds. If you can club some activities together so that 2 minutes waste here, 2 minutes waste here, 1 minute waste here, I get 5 minutes now. If that unplanned activity demands say half an hour, you know from where you have to pull that half an hour. So you know the gaps in your routine where you can now plan that unplanned activity. So you actually have time for unplanned activity also, but it's dispersed in minutes and seconds throughout the day. Now you can be the master of time and keep some time for your unplanned activities. And if, for example, today I don't have any unplanned activity, it's a bonus for me. I can choose a hobby. Create some time for hobby. Talk to my friends. Go and meet them. Some friend might need me, somebody would be in some medical, would need some medical care, somebody at my home, my grandparents or my elder parents, they're going old, they need some time. My kids might need some time, I don't have time for them. So now you know from where to draw that time. And for example, that unplanned activity cannot be shifted. It has to be, it's unplanned and it's urgent. So you need to do it right now. So then you know, if this is the time for this activity, but I have to give this time to this unplanned activity, now where should I shift my routine activity? You know all the gaps and you know all the black holes. What are black holes? What is the meaning of black hole? You do nothing. So black hole is actually a celestial body. It has a very high gravity. So anything that passes by that black hole, it doesn't escape. Just like black color absorbs everything, it doesn't reflect. That's why it's black. So that celestial body does not allow any other celestial body to escape its gravity. Everything gets pulled towards that body. That is called a black hole. So in my routine, I also have some activities which are black holes. The moment I enter into that activity, there's no coming out. It will eat away all my time. I have to force myself to stop it and then come out, if I have that strong willpower. So I can identify the black holes in my routine, I can identify the gaps in my routine, and I know that I have time. And now about the feeling. So what to do with the feeling now? So if you're spending more amount of time in some work, there could be a feeling that it's not required. Why do I need to do this? If it is absolutely not required, then why do you do it? If you have to do it, there must be some reason. It might be not important for you, but then important for somebody else. And for them, you might have to do it. Then for that person, if you love that person, add that love in that activity. Do it with love. If it is laziness, I need to add a pinch of enthusiasm in that activity. How do I add it? If the activity itself is very boring, right, add your own creativity in doing that. You have to garden you water the garden, water the plants. It's a boring activity for you. Do it creatively. You can listen to music while doing it. Right. Club it with some activity that doesn't need a lot of thinking, but you can club it easily with this activity so that this activity becomes more interesting. So I need to master my emotions also, because time management is actually, in a way, self-management. You can't manage time. You have to manage yourself and your emotions with respect to time. That's being the master of time actually. You can't change time. You can change the way you look at time, the way you look at task, manage yourself better, and manage your emotions better. Now, to manage your emotions in a better way, we can try meditation. What is meditation actually? Now, coming to your point, what is meditation? How do I devote time for meditation? So, meditation means, in Hindi we say it is yoga. And what is the meaning of yoga? Connection. The opposite for yoga is viyog. Viyog is separation. And yoga is connection. So meditation means to connect. When you are connected with yourself, who am I? Who am I? If we were to ask ourselves, who am I? What answer would I get for this question? Usually when someone asks you, who are you? What is your reply, prompt reply? You say your profession. So it is so you see, it's so context, it is so dependent on the context. If you are in a professional setup, you will tell your profession and your position in the profession. If you are just randomly in a public place, someone asks you, you will tell your name. If you are in a family function, you will maybe probably tell your I am from this family, I am his son, his father, or something like that. So it is based on the context, but you always tell your acquired identity. There are two things. One is parichay and one is pehchan. Do you think they are the same? Parichay and pehchan? What is the difference? Parichay is identity. Pehchan is identification. For example, you're waiting for somebody at the bus stop and you're meeting them for the first time. They will ask you, how do I identify you? You will tell your identification. I'm wearing a white sari. I'm standing, if you're at the airport, you'll say, I'm standing in front of pillar number so and so. I'm wearing a white sari. I have a blue safari suitcase. So this is your identification, not your identity. Because tomorrow it will be something else. Tomorrow your identification will be something else. So what we are telling to others as our introduction, just think about it. Is it your identity or is it your identification? Your name, is it your identity or your identification? How many you say it is my identity and it is my identification? You are called by this name. The very basic criteria to understand whether this is your identity or identification is, what are you using with that object, with that entity, what are you using? Are you using I or my or mine? My, my, or mine, mine? For example, name. You say, my name is so and so. So what are you using? I name or my name? My. So if it is yours, it is your identification. You are not your name. My mobile. I am not the mobile. Mobile belongs to me. My pen, my shoes, my shirt, my home, my house, my job, my family, my profession. So everything that I was believing it to be me is actually my. And this my definitely needs my time and energy. Then what about I? Where is that I in the picture? At present, nowhere. That is the foundation of my, but no time for I. So to understand who this I is, that I am not these labels that the society has put on me, that my family has put on. Some labels my family has put, some labels my society has put on me. I am not these labels. Once all these labels are removed, I am still there. So who am I? I am a spiritual living being. We say, we are human beings. What do we mean by human beings? Human being is also made up of two words. Human, which means that which is made up of humus. मिट्टी का बना हुआ. That we say मिट्टी का बना है, मिट्टी में मिल जाएगा. What is that? Our body. Human means that which is made up of humus, which is your body. And everything which is connected to body comes into the category of human. What is being? Being is you. The soul. Human is the soil. Being is the soul. Human plus being. Soil plus soul is human being. What is human will change. What is being will stay. Give time, because if you are made up of both, human being, and you're giving 24 hours to human, isn't the being worth your time? It is, right? It is. Either you give time or you give your thoughts. Both are connected. The good part is being doesn't need time. It only needs thoughts. So without disturbing your routine, keeping your activities as it is, only if you change the feeling with the activity, the thought with the activity, you can actually nurture the being, the self, the soul. So for that, you might need to come back again or go to your nearest center and learn a little bit of meditation. It only requires a few hours, and that you can do, not in a single day, not required to do in a single day. Every day you can come for 45 minutes to 1 hour, and in a week's time you will be able to be well versed with the technique of meditation and do it yourself. But to be connected with yourself, to know that I am a soul, the master of this body, the tiny point of light, shining peace on everyone, shining love on. If I am love, everything I do is with love. I don't need to make extra efforts to bring out that love. If I am peace, everything I do it with peace. I don't need to actually find peace after I finish my work. I do my work with peace, and I experience peace while doing it. If I am happiness, I radiate happiness. I do everything with happiness. I don't want happiness to come as a return of my karma. I experience happiness while doing it. So every activity nourishes me because I change the way I think about it and I do it. I don't need to have extra time to experience happiness, go out for parties, and of course you go out for parties, don't stop that, but your happiness is not dependent on that. You don't need to sit silent to actually experience peace. You can do everything that you're doing, considering yourself to be the source of peace. And while doing, you experience peace. While doing, you experience love. So meditation is not to take away time and give a separate time for meditation. It's not about extracting time. It's about changing your consciousness. It just needs a shift in your consciousness. And what comes next? The moment you realize that you are that spiritual energy, the same moment you start realizing other spiritual energies around you, especially that of God, helping you, guiding you at every moment. But just because you're not tuned, you can't receive that signal. For example, your radio set. If you want to listen to 100 FM, what do? You call the radio station and say 100 FM bhejna. It's already there. You have to tune yourself. The moment you tune yourself to 100 FM, you start listening. The broadcasting is already happening. The receiver has to be in tune. So when you tune your consciousness, you start receiving. You start receiving that was already there around you. But you never noticed because you were busy doing other things in different consciousness. So when our consciousness changes, the same activity becomes enjoyment. The same activity becomes experience. And you start experiencing the help of the divine. You don't need to ask for it. The Supreme is the soul's eternal Father. It's His duty to help you, and He's doing his duty really good. but the receiver has to be tuned. So I did not ask for anything. I need not pray for anything. I just have to use what is available. So maybe give a little time to learn it. Learning it needs time. Doing it doesn't need time. So just give some time to learn it, to understand it, and then doing will become a part of life. And once this becomes a part of life, the whole life, everything gets streamlined. All my feelings, all my relationships, my relationship with time, my relationship with people, my relationship with myself, with others, everything gets okay if my relationship with myself is aligned. That is, I just need to work on that. Everything else will be set fine. So we'll experience this meditation before we leave. But before that, I think some of you have sent some questions. And if you have more questions, you can still send the SMS. Meanwhile, we will just have a few minutes to answer the questions that we have already received. If you have some questions, you can still send those questions. And after the questions, then we can conclude with meditation.
So, seeing the questions, I felt some of them were already getting answered as you proceeded with the talk. But so that we don't miss out, and probably it will benefit all. So, starting with their workplace. So, they work in a corporate environment, and it is usually said as it's a rat race. So, they have many tasks on their plate, a lot of things they have to do beyond their capacity, and apart from that, they also have to manage their home. So how can they manage it themselves? And second part of the question relates to when they have to do it in partnership with others at home or office, and they are not up to the speed. So how to handle that?
First of all, don't consider your work to be a rat race. Even if you win a rat race, you're still a rat. So, to consider your work to be a rat race is to consider yourself to be a rat. Start enjoying. Start seeing what you are benefiting out of it. Because things that you enjoy don't kill your time. If you are enjoying something, and if that is taking some time, you don't mind it, right? Your feelings don't become negative about it. You don't have grudges. You don't repent on doing things that you enjoy. You like doing it more often. So it's not actually about time management. This question is more about emotional management. If you see one side, why do you think it is a rat race? Because you probably are just looking at the external benefits of that work, and maybe just comparing yourself with others and competition. That might be the feeling behind it. Leave apart the competition part. I'll share a real story. It's a real incident actually. In Delhi, in Noida, I used to live at a center first. Before retreat center, I used to live at the center. So that center was in Noida. It was a tower of 11 flats, and that whole society had 20 such towers. It's such a huge society. And our center was on the first floor. So 2 floors above used to be a family, a nuclear family, small one. A small girl used to study in 5th standard at that time. And not even 5th standard, younger, maybe 4th standard. And they used to come to meditate. The couple used to come to meditate. The child was studying, so she usually was in school, tuitions, everything. But yes, occasionally she would also come. So she, after finishing her exams, she came to the center and said that in center we offer bhog, that you say prasad. So once a week we offer bhog collectively. So everyone becomes a part of it. everybody can feel that sacred energy, and everybody consumes that bhog. So she said that मैं भोग लगवाऊंगी. I mean, this week the bhog should be from on my behalf. I said, what's the reason? Welcome, but what's the reason? She said, I came third in my class. So naturally you will congratulate the child. Oh, really? You came third? Very good. And so we encouraged her. I asked her just like that casually, what will you do in the next year? She said, oh, next year I'll come first. So I said, oh, very nice, good motivation. And what will you do to come first next year? What could be the answer? What will a child usually reply if the child has to come first in the exam? What would be her preparation usually? What would she say? Study hard, pay more attention in class, don't miss classes, obey mama, do your homework properly, all that stuff, right? She said, no, I don't have to do anything. I'll just come first like that. I said, how come you'll come first? To come third, you had to work hard, right? So to come first, you have to work even harder. She said, no, not required, Didi, because the boy who came first is changing his school. The girl who came second, her father is getting transferred, so she is also going out. Third to मैं हुई. This is rat race. This is, so when you find your workplace to be a rat race, laugh at yourself like this. Because when you are in competition, when you are in a rat race, you only look at people ahead of you or at par with you. You don't realize there are other people working hard, genuinely, and they might excel. If you are only noticing what are they doing, I should be better than them, I should outrate them, I should, outshine them. When your focus is on others, you will be in a rat race. And who will be in a rat race?
A rat.
A rat. I have to enjoy what I'm doing. It is giving me experience. It is giving me my bread. It is giving security to my family. There is no reason not to enjoy it. Just because others are also doing the same thing doesn't mean I feel insecure about it. What is mine will be mine. Nobody can take it away from me. They are working hard. It is their karma. It will be their destiny. I have to do my karma. I have to create my destiny. There is no comparison. What is on their plate will be in their stomach. What is on my plate will be in my stomach. There is no comparison. If they are also eating idli sambar, I am also eating idli sambar. Why is there competition? Their idli sambar will go into their stomach. My idli sambar will go into my stomach. Why to compare? Just to compare what's on the plate is not wise enough. So when I overcome this feeling and I start enjoying, time is not a matter. The second part of the question was, when you have to work with people who have a different pace than yours, remember, you're not the fastest one in the world. There might be others, and they might be the same person who might be waiting for you in some other areas of life. So it's okay. If you have an alternative, go ahead. If you cannot change your partner, accept. Maybe you can inspire them, but have patience, because others are also having patience in your case with you. You might be good and fast in doing A, but then when you do B, you might be actually slow. And there will be others who are coping up with you, waiting for you while you finish B, so that you can together do C. So it's okay. And for that you have this clock with you to adjust those people. You know which time you have to utilize from your routine to cover up the loss of time. So that's okay.
In the interest of time, I'll club a couple of questions, and they are going beyond the theme of the session, so I leave up to you how you handle. So, related to the workplace again, if the environment is not conducive, it is toxic, and the work done, hard work, is not recognized, and there could be situations the results are going the other way even after putting a lot of effort. The question is how to stop overthinking, negative thinking about these situations.
Part of it is what was the answer to the previous question. But if the situation is too complex and too personal, maybe one answer will not be able to satisfy all those conditions also. If it is too toxic and lot of things and you've already tried, maybe you can connect one to one. Maybe we'll be able to dissect the situation even to a greater extent. But as a general answer, how much is the environment toxic depends on my capacity of dealing it. Somebody blaming me could be too much for me to handle. I'll say it is very toxic. Other person would be so casual, हम बोलते हैं बोलने दो. So this word toxic actually is very subjective. There is no universal benchmark that this beyond this it is toxic. For somebody at this level also it would be toxic. So it depends. So one is you increase your coping ability. No, it cannot be that everybody in that environment is only leg pulling you, is only backbiting you. You will have good people also there. Focus on them. Ultimately, why are you there is your karma. Without finishing it, you cannot step out. And the more you say toxic, 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 what energy are you adding to the existing negative energy? What kind of energy are you adding to it? When you say it is toxic, think again. When you say ये चीज़ खराब है, what are you feeling from inside? Are you feeling positive? You're feeling negative. So if situation is toxic, you're adding to the toxicity. You're increasing the negativity. You're creating one more wrong karma. I'll give you example of a boat. Where does the boat sail? What does the boat need to sail? Water. No amount of water can drown the boat unless it gets into the boat. So the boat doesn't sink of the water around it. The boat sinks because of the water inside. No matter how toxic the environment is, your boat can sail. Just don't allow that water to come into the boat. This is the only practice. So what should be in your boat so that that toxic environment doesn't enter? Good thoughts. Practicing meditation, good thoughts. Good, you create your own shield of positivity. Not everybody gets equally affected by any infection. Some people have good immunity. So just like the body has an immunity, our mind also has an immunity. That's called spiritual, mental immunity, emotional immunity. Develop that. You can't change the environment. If you can, please go ahead. The question won't arise. If you're stuck, if you can't change the environment, you only have to increase your immunity. Notice goodness. Focus on that. Don't notice on toxic people and everything. They might be few and they will always be there. We are living in Kali Yuga. This world is not meant for perfect people. Wherever you will go, change your job, you'll go into next one, you will find similar people there also. This world, Kali Yuga, is not meant for perfect people. That place is called Satyug, which we are creating. Probably it'll be there in not less than that, not 100 years, less than that. But till the time we are in Kali Yuga, we have to deal with such people. And maybe they are thinking the same for you.
Okay. So now when they come to the end of the day, so they're facing some issues with sleep. So there are a couple of questions about sleep, and the challenge is, one of the challenges is the mobile phone, apart from the other aspects which they bring, the overthinking and all. So how to get good sleep?
So when you close your day in the office and you shut down your computer, your laptop, your system, when you pack it, what is the general procedure, SOP, for closing a laptop? You have many documents open. Many folders, emails, WhatsApp, web, everything is open on the computer. When you want to shut it down, what do? First you save all the important documents, then close them, then close the folders, sign out the email, sign out the WhatsApp web and what all other applications you might be using. And once everything is closed and signed out, then you go to the power option, choose power off, and then wait for it to completely shut down. Then you close the lid, put it in the bag and come out of the office, isn't it? Or do you just directly duck, duck, duck and come out?
I think they just put it on sleep and come out.
If you do it like that, I'm coming to that. If you do it like that, once or twice it's okay. If you do it regularly, every day, for years, what happens to the performance of the laptop? After a few cycles of sleep and awaking, it will demand a reboot. It will heat up. The next time you open the laptop in the morning, it will give you a prompt. The Windows was not closed, shut down properly. Do you want to restart normally? Press enter to continue. So there is an extra step required to start, and that booting will take more time because it is trying to recover your data, trying to recover your file. You'll have to wait. So that time you were in a hurry. To save time, you just put it on sleep, but now that time you'll have to, time will apna badla lega. It will take revenge. You did it over there, now it will say, now you give me time. So you anyways have to give time. This is exactly what is happening here. This is also a computer. Much more complex than that computer. When we go to sleep, we are already on the phone. So many files are already open, so many folders are already open, and we directly just put it on the sleep mode. So what happens next morning? Booting takes time. 2 minutes और.
So Abhi, the next question जो हैं, they are related to this. Probably you've told them during the session, do meditation to overcome stress, do meditation to this. So there are a couple of series of questions. How to use meditation to overcome stress, how to use meditation to overcome procrastination, and someone is also trying to overcome the addiction to mobile before sleep. So how to use meditation?
Let's do it. More than answer, maybe the practice will help. Okay, let's do it. Any more questions?
And another was about your journey, probably what made you take that decision when you dedicated your life.
It isn't a difficult decision. We all like to do what we, enjoy. I enjoyed this. So it was an inner call. It wasn't that I any time had a low phase in my life and so the last resort was sannyasi ban jao. It is not like that. I never had a low point in my life. Since childhood, I was blessed with a very good family. I was blessed with I'm a dancer, I'm an artist, I'm a sports person. I used to always excel in my classes, first or second. I topped my engineering. I was the head girl of NIT Surat. That's my college from where I passed out. So I was into students' activity. I was the convener of all technical and management events of NIT. In the final year, so much on my plate, always good things happening in life. No repents, nothing. But when I encountered spirituality, I found the real purpose of life. And even when I was working with IBM, I used to always feel people want me to be there not for the technical solutions I'm offering. There are many people in the world doing that. But this is their need. They need mental peace. They need to be heard. They want happiness. They want a good quality life. And they're looking up to you for that. And when I used to share something that someone has given you and you pass it on is something else. But when you create something and give it to others and they like it, that gives you much more satisfaction. So this was all, anyways, this side of the scale was always, I found it always heavier. So this is my contribution. Like you are contributing in your own way, this is my contribution. One engineer could probably make one organization excel, but if that one engineer can make the lives of 200 engineers better, who can excel and make 200 organizations excel, I thought this is my contribution. Thank you. So now let's conclude with meditation, right? Your answers to worries, what to do for mental peace, what to do to become emotionally strong, right? One thing that you asked, what to do with the mobile before sleeping. Spend as much time as you want on mobile, but after that, spend 1 hour without mobile before sleeping. If you can afford that, do it. If you can't, mobile and the world that you look through mobile will still be there for you tomorrow. You can have a look at it tomorrow. The world, lizard syndrome, remember? The world is not going to sink if you don't answer that message and before sleeping. It can wait. If it is something very urgent, the person would have called you. Let people know if they have something urgent, they can call you. Let people know you are not online 24/7. It will take some time for them to accept it, but let them know it's for their and your larger benefit. Make it a point you give that 1 hour to yourself, your family before sleeping. Shut down everything and then go to sleep. Okay? Now let's go into a journey into the inner world. Find out what's there in me, lying in me, yet to be explored and used and shared. So just sit relaxed. You can close your eyes if you wish to, otherwise you can just focus your eyes gently anywhere, maybe on the screen. Just review the journey of your life since childhood. My journey has not been like a straight highway. It has had turns, decisions, varied experiences, but everything was worth it. Today, standing here in life, I thank all those who supported me, helping me feel better about myself. And I also thank those who challenged me because they helped me grow. There's a long way to go ahead in life, and such experiences are waiting for me. No experience is bad. Everything has a purpose. I open my heart to everything that life presents me, because I know Events will come and go. People will come and go. They will change. Everything external will change. But I am eternal. I am spiritual. I am a pure and powerful energy. One thing which is closest to me is my body, but even that has been changing. Just recall how you looked 10 years ago. What was your physique? What was your face like? Your height, your weight? Nothing was the same. Everything changes except I, the soul. I am permanent, yet evolving. See yourself as a tiny star, just like I see stars in the night sky, sparkling, shining, beautiful. Just visualize one of those stars has come down. It is coming down to me and is now shining at the center of my forehead, inside the brain. This is who I am, a pure being of light. No amount of pressure, no amount of darkness can put me off. I am designed to shine. The greater the darkness outside, the more I shine. I am a being of peace. My light is the light of peace. And I am the eternal child of the ocean of peace. Visualize another star shining bright above you, emitting rays of peace that create a canopy above you. This is my eternal Father, the Supreme Being of Light, my companion, my guide, my protector. Feel that you are under a shower of peace. And I, the soul, a peaceful soul, am getting drenched in this shower of peace. This light of peace is filling me from inside. I can clearly see two worlds. One is the world outside me, changing, not in my control, but there is a world inside me where I am safe and secure, peaceful, fully in control. Now I experience this peace, spreading as vibrations in this whole room. The walls of this room, the curtains, the chairs, the people in the room, everything and everyone is absorbing the peace that I have created. I am a peaceful being in a world of peace. My inner world transforms my outer world. I am the master. I have the power. With this awareness, I am now ready to come into my role and express my inner quality in this world. Gently take your time to come into this awareness of being an actor in the external world. I gently open my eyes. Feel the peace in the room, which is my contribution. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister, for creating that experience for us. So by not verbally answering, you made us experience how we can go into our inner self and then identify those reasons which are making us overthink, procrastinate, or being addicted to some outward thing, habit, anything that we can. But like sister said, this will be a journey. She started it in 2008. Let's start ours in 2026. So thank you so much. I think we are on the right path. So